At CBS, Katie Couric has lost 287,000 viewers per night from her predecessor, Bob Schieffer. That is a drop of 4%. At the same time, in the last, how long is it, Angry Rich? About 6 or 8 months that Charlie Gibson's been anchoring ABC World News Tonight?
Just about that, yeah.
The NBC Nightly News of Brian Williams has lost 533 viewers a night, or 5%. He's actually lost almost twice the number each night that Katie's lost.
Wonder why.
Well, that is the subject of tonight's discussion. There is a theory among some people it's those white collars on the blue shirts. There's a feeling among some people that Brian has an air about him that is, shall we say, a little bit of a stuffed shirt. There's a feeling sometime that maybe Brian isn't quite the NASCAR dad he likes to brag he is. Look, when I worked with Brian at MSNBC, I know him. He once came out of his office brandishing an 18-inch knife and shouting at me to shut up. I would occasionally get a little loud on that show I was doing. Apparently I was disturbing something in his office. It was kind of a frightening sight to turn around and find the lead anchor for MSNBC waving a knife at me, telling me to shut up. But I would just point out that even though I was always a moderately well-paid, sort of top-of-my-career hack anchor at MSNBC, and I'd say even so now at Fox, where Brian Williams has always been the pampered star and heir apparent, and has made fortunes, the entire time he was at cable. When I did get the same numbers he got, I got fired. And when I came to Fox, if I'd come even close to the numbers he was getting, that is, people watching, I would have been fired. And it was kind of a mystery to me when suddenly Brokaw said, well, he was retiring and Brian Williams is given the job. I thought that was odd because Brian had no demonstrable track record of gathering an audience. Now, the first couple of years that he was doing nightly news, it did pretty well. But that was when ABC was in total disruption. Peter Jennings was dying. Then they did the Woodruff Vargas thing, and Woodruff got blown up in Iraq, and they finally had to call Charlie Gibson in, and World News Tonight at ABC is winning. Now, having said all that, however, is not the reason I think NBC is losing and why it's shedding audience. I think NBC and Brian Williams are losing because of the perceptible left tilt of NBC. Well, there is Monkey Boy, but he's on MSNBC. There's Bathtub Boy, and he's on MSNBC, although he's apparently been offered a commentary spot on the nightly news of Brian Williams, which will put singing in the bathtub, sitting all alone.
Noam Chomsky wasn't available?
Well, that's just it. I mean, Bathtub Boy screeds about Bush and the war and Cheney and Rummy and all the rest are just so off the charts left. I believe they cannot bring him to nightly news because even the little bit of tilt that NBC has decided to engage in, almost as a corporate policy, has caused a massive disaffection of the audience. Charlie Gibson plays it straight. He really does.
Good guy.
He is a good guy, and I have no doubt that ABC is a left-leaning network because they all are. All of them.
But it's not in your face over there necessarily.
Well, Charlie understands he can't put it in your face, and he can't preach, and he can't stand up on the pulpit. He has to be an anchor man. And by the way, he's a managing editor, too, so he has some effect on these scripts that come in from correspondents and the way producers, produce stories. And I can tell you, around those three networks, the anchor men and now woman, are gods. They make lightning bolts come out of the sky. People quake at their desks. I'm not even going to take that call. that says I'm so jealous. That's an idiotic comment. This is a story that deserves some analysis, and I'm telling you my experience from the inside. Brian and the executives at NBC, who I know, who I worked for, who fired me twice. It's true. It's hard to get fired twice. But they were all in on it. And I think that the reason NBC is having ratings problem is a leftward tilt. It is taking the left fork in the road. And I think that they have severely miscalculated the tenor of America. The new guy at NBC, Ben Silverman, he's in charge of the entertainment side. Now, get Rosie. You look around, what can we get here? They'll pump things up.
Hugo Chavez.
Yeah, get Hugo. Get Howard Dean. I mean, get somebody who really hates Bush. Somebody who thinks Bush attacked this country on 9/11. Rosie. And then give her a show on MSNBC. Why not give her a commentary slot on nightly news? Why make her go cable with her opinions? So all of this stuff, baiting people, frankly lying, frankly misstating the truth, and this is NBC, and this is why NBC is having ratings trouble. Somehow or another, when Bathtub Boy got a little bit... Did you notice Nancy Grace is beating Bathtub Boy?
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Beating him by a kind of a wide margin. Rubbed up, just sitting in the tub knowing Gibson's going to do my show. I light my cigar, spill some ashes on myself, because I got plenty of time to clean up again. Gibby's in there doing my show.